What do you do when you get good news from the doctor, like when you have test results done, or you get your blood pressure checked, or when you go for your annual physical? You get somewhat decent news, sometimes good news, some things you might hear that you may need to work on or be medicated for. Well, that's what happened to me a couple days ago. See, today is Monday, June 15th. I went to the VA clinic on the 12th, which was a Friday, had my blood drawn, and went today for, I guess, the assessment of my blood work. Well, let me take that back. That's not that's not what happened. What happened was on the 5th, I went and had the blood work done on that Friday. A week later, the 12th, which was the previous Friday, because today's Monday, sat down with the doctor on Friday, and he basically told me that all my numbers look good, and that he will give me medication to get one of my numbers down because it was a little elevated. I'm not going to say which one it is because it's none of your damn business. And so there's that to work with. So he put in the medication prescriptions for me. Renewed a bunch of stuff I was already taking that I'd gotten short on. So it turned out to be a pretty good report. And being that I'm 58 years old, I'll be 59 in November, and I'm watching videos during the day, in my spare time, and all I can see is nothing but heartache and despair over the current generation and how they're belly aching about. I said this before. Unless you're paying yourself, you should get out of the mindset of thinking that's my job. I lost my job. It is not your job. It is your place of employment. You are being paid to give someone your time to perform a service that they're looking for you to do. It's not your job. You don't own that job. This is the same thing that I commented before about those, all of those work from home jobs that were generated during the vid era, and now the people are belly aching because they may have worked for the government from that work from home job. A lot of them are crying and whining about, oh, you took my job, and it just blows me away when I hear people talking like that. Or the one video I saw, the woman was basically like, you need to explain to me or tell me what caused you to want to let me go. And she literally ran down to him reasons why he shouldn't have let her go. But I was like, well, you're asking all these questions, and I'm wondering, well, who the hell is the supervisor? Who's the manager? Who is the boss? And what it always seems to come down to? It's always the women. And it's always the Generation Z women, where they believe that they are entitled to a place of employment to treat them properly and listen to them, listen to what they have to say, or tell them, like, you really think you're going to convince a company that has already halfway put your ass out the door that in the exit interview they're just going to magically change their mind and take you back on the payroll because you don't agree with being let go, or you don't believe that you shouldn't have been fired? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And the problem with that, where that comes from, is that people who are like that, who are young-minded like that, they get treated with kid gloves. They grow up. They don't grow up with any kind of hardship or any kind of. They get told or pampered, especially if they're supposedly educated. Those are the worst ones. The ones with all the degrees and all of the letters in their name, and they think that, oh, because I went to school, you owe me this position, and you will treat me as I want to be treated. And eventually, like currently now, a lot of them are being let go and being told to get the fuck out. Pack your shit and get out. I don't owe you no explanation. I just find it hilarious. Now, I'm 58 years old. I stopped working at the age of 46. And I told someone that the other day, and they basically said, well, how much would you go to school at? What college did you go? I said, you know what? I never went to any college. Not a college. Okay? And he didn't believe me. None of them wanted to believe that I retired at 46 without a college degree and living a decent lifestyle here in Florida. So it's been 12 years that I've been living as a retiree. And they just couldn't believe it. Military, worked on the railroad, I worked in telecommunications for a large cell service provider that all of you know. And I just made it my business when I worked that I put in all the time I could. And I never backed down from taking overtime. I never backed down from being told where to go and where to report to. And yeah, I'll be there. Because that's how I work. That's how I did things. So when you come across videos like the ones I described about the Gen Z people getting fired and how upset and how many hissy fits they throw, I would really like to know, what do you think about that? Put that in the comments below and what you think about that scenario. So I'm going to have to cut this video short because right now I'm waiting on my daughter to come in at the airport. And I appreciate you listening, watching the video. Comment based on what I asked you for. I mean, about your opinion. I respond to all opinions, no matter good or bad. And if you feel like subscribing to my channel, I appreciate that too. So watch out for the next video. Take care.